started. Hi, everyone. My name is Nicole D. Miller, author of When Love Wins. As you guys know, every week I piggyback off of my latest blog. Unfortunately, last week I was occupied, so I didn't get to do the Word of the Day Wednesdays, hence, I'm doing it today, Tuesday. Bear with me, you guys. I try to stay consistent with these things, but sometimes life be lifing. So the last blog was God is bringing you through, okay? And the scripture that really stood out to me that inspired this blog is in Psalm 23, where God promises that He will be with us and walk with us through the valleys. The key thing is He will walk with us through the valleys. So we are not to stay in the valleys. We are supposed to be going through and coming out on the other side. But one of my dear friends is going through a really tough season physically. And that's what I talk about in this blog. You guys know I use this blog to kind of pour out. It's therapy for me. And it's helpful in processing your emotions, right? So especially when you're dealing with situations and there's nothing you can do about them, drives me crazy. But I decided to write this blog, especially because I had a time of prayer, and after that experience, I just felt more frustrated because the outcome was the same. But what I knew the Father was speaking to me was, you have to trust that they're in my hands, Nicole. Like, you're going to keep carrying this grief and this pain and this agony because you don't have the grace to walk through it, but they do. So I had to just surrender them into His hands and trust that they are in His hands, and that's the best place for them to be. So if you're going through something similar, or you know someone who is, that's my encouragement. But in my blog, I share about them going through a tough time, how that deeply impacted me. I share about a time where I was going through a tough time. Someone close to me was deeply impacted, and I've talked about this off and on, just about being an empath. In my circles, we would call it an intercessor. There is a difference between being an intercessor and an empath. So an empath will feel deeply and will definitely empathize with someone on a regular basis. An intercessor will take those feelings to God, and they will stand in the gap, quote unquote, to pray and war for that person. So they don't just feel it, they do something about it, and their prayers are answered and there's manifestation. So I've been trained in that experience, and that's kind of how I flow. For a long time, I had no idea I was an intercessor, especially when I was younger. I had these attributes of being more sensitive or tender-hearted or just emotionally aware to others and things around me, but had no training, like had no idea that it was a gift that was supposed to be used to assist other people. Now that I have more insight, I can, function accordingly, and have had like some miraculous experiences in that regard. Anyways, I'm way off track. The purpose of this blog, God is bringing you through, is to encourage you. If you're in a situation where you feel stuck, if you're in the valley and you feel like you'll be in the valley forever, take it from someone who has walked out very long seasons, still walking out some very long seasons. Nothing lasts forever this side of eternity. You can check that out at NicoleDMiller.com. All right, as you guys know, I have a lot of events and things that I'm kind of always doing. Our next event is Girl Talk. Drum roll, please. Thank you. So, Girl Talk is a time for me and female leaders in the community to dialogue about hot topics that pertain to us. We've been doing it for a couple of years now. Just went in person at Ink Therapy Studio. Shout out to Butter, in December. But this time around, we're actually going to be at Unbar off Larchmere, Black-owned cafe. Very cute, very chic, very much my style, as you guys know. And our topic is taking care of us. So we're going to be listening to a variety of female health gurus in the Cleveland area. We have my girl Ari Baker. We have Dr. Shamar Hutchins, which is a fan favorite. She's attended several of these. We have Miss Reverend Gloria Terry. We have Gigi, my girl, who is my masseuse and the reason I am healed, one of the reasons. With my back issues. And then we have Mary Johnson, who owns a vegan restaurant spot that I still need to frequent, and some vegan wines that I need to tap into. Because did you guys know I was vegan? I don't know if I told you guys that. If you follow my blog, you probably do know I transitioned into being vegan last summer. It has been a interesting journey because I had some vegan experiences in the past. Like I did detoxes. My spiritual mother is a health coach, so I knew all the things. But making it like a full blown lifestyle was a transition, and then me being active and working out was a transition because I depended a lot on protein and meat and all the things. So I figured it out. I think the hardest part is not being able to eat healthy out when you're out. And people think vegan means healthy, but it doesn't. Like, you could live off of fries, you could live off of sugar and cookies and all that, and quote unquote, you're vegan, but that doesn't mean that you're healthy. So, my intent is to be healthy. We do have a lot of spots around here, but a lot of them are not in my neighborhood, and there tend to be like food deserts in black neighborhoods and urban neighborhoods. But again, I'm on a tangent. So, girl talk. Definitely mark your calendars. Sunday, March 24th, 6 to 8 p.m. Unbar. Men are invited. Definitely come and support if you value women's health, if you value supporting women. It's going to be a good time. If you are not up on all the things, you need to subscribe to my email list at NicoleDMiller.com. Make sure you are subscribed. That way you can know when I'm going to be at certain places or what things are happening or what promos I'm giving, okay? All right, thank you guys for your support and for tuning in. I will see you next week for Word of the Day Wednesdays.